Hey everybody, welcome to Earth Revolution. I am your host Susan Shann, and we are the home of the green scene in Nashville, Tennessee. And I have two guests on the show tonight. Vicki Lewis. Hey Vicki, welcome to the
Susan.
show. And Chris Gibson. Hey
How
Chris.
you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Vicki and Chris have a brand new, and I can say brand new because it's only a few months, company that they have formed called Driving Solutions, and just have a website up that you might want to check out, greendrivingsolutions.com, and they also have put together a DVD that we're going to be talking about a little bit momentarily called Fuel Saving Tips and Strategies, and this is a way for them to share with other consumers, drivers, ways that they can increase gas mileage on their vehicles and improve the performance of their car, even if you drive an old junker, even if you are not someone driving a hybrid necessarily. But guys, tell me a little bit about the company and how you got started and what are some of the services and things that you offer.
Well, Green Driving Solutions' mission really is to educate and empower all drivers on how to get better fuel mileage, reduce their emissions, and make their car last longer.
Okay.
And also save a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money and a lot of gas.
And a lot of gas.
And how long has it been? You started the company in May, but you actually had the idea much before that?
Yeah, we started, we had the idea for this film February of 2008.
Okay.
And it was just a project that we just continued with, and basically it's 3 sections. It's driving habits, how to drive more efficiently, and also it has the green tune-up, vehicle maintenance, and some vehicle modifications that you can make to your car.
Okay. Modifications that anyone can do, essentially?
Yeah, pretty simple stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, you're a mechanic, and you have been for about 15 years, I think you said? Yeah. And now you call yourself an eco-mechanic, and that's because why? Tell me a little bit about
Well, I call myself an eco-mechanic because I've been doing vegetable oil conversions on diesels for about 8 years now.
And so do you do a lot of those?
I do, it's like a part-time thing for me. I do like, a few a year.
Yeah.
And I also have a Mercedes that runs on vegetable oil.
Okay.
But I've been doing that for about 8 years now. So I convert the diesel vehicle to run on vegetable oil. So it'll run on either vegetable oil or regular diesel fuel.
Right. Okay.
And then,
yeah.
And then recently, after creating the DVD, I offer a green tune-up for gas or diesel vehicle as well, which basically just helps increase fuel efficiency, reduce the emissions, and make your vehicle last longer.
Okay, so in a green tune-up as opposed to your standard tune-up, what are some of the sort of distinguishing factors of a green tune-up? What are some of the things that you do that differentiates that from a regular?
Well, instead of just going with the standard, run-of-the-mill parts that you would normally get and just the standard oil change, I recommend using a high-flow reusable air filter, which you can get at any auto parts store. You could order on the internet or even on our website.
Okay.
Reusable air filters, generally, they're a lifetime air filter, so once you buy it, you'll never have to buy an air filter for your car ever again, and it helps increase efficiency and reduce the emissions of your vehicle. High-energy spark plugs. There's some really high-energy spark plugs available on the market now called pulse plugs.
Okay.
That are much more powerful than a standard spark plug, so they help increase the combustion efficiency of your engine, so they'll reduce the emissions and increase performance of your vehicle, make it last longer. And then another really important one that we recommend is the full synthetic oil.
Okay.
Almost every oil brand has a full synthetic line nowadays, and you can go anywhere from 15,000 up to like 35,000 miles between oil changes, depending on which brand you use, and that's a significant savings of time and money over just the standard 3,000-mile oil change.
Okay. When you say, now I'm not a person who knows a lot about car oil. I mean, not to sound like too much like a girl, but so full synthetic is different from what's the standard? What's regular
Well,
oil?
there's just the standard petroleum-based oil, which is just, you know, it's made from crude oil,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't last as long. It can't withstand as much heat and temperature and wear as good as synthetic oil. Synthetic oil
Okay.
is more like an engineered oil. It's like built from the ground up.
Okay.
Synthetic oils were developed for jet engines years ago by the military because, you know, they had to withstand high pressure and temperature.
Yeah.
And then synthetic oils started to be developed for gasoline engines about 35 years ago.
Okay.
But they're far superior to petroleum oils. They lubricate the engine better, they reduce wear, they increase efficiency.
Yeah.
You know, so your engine will last longer, it'll run better, it'll get better emissions, and you don't have to change your oil as often.
Yeah.
You know, you can change your oil once a year or maybe once every 2 years, depending on how much you drive.
Yeah.
That's better for the environment too, because you're not changing your oil as much, and oil filters, you know, so you're not buying as much and disposing of it as much.
Right. Right. What's not to love?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a win-win for the environment and for the person. Now, it may be a little bit more upfront cost, as with a lot
Yeah.
of things that are environmentally right, you know.
Yeah, there's more of an upfront cost for sure. But
But
if you
long
compute the
term.
overall cost
Yeah.
and the fuel savings and less maintenance for your vehicle, also the fact that it makes your vehicle last longer,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
you're going to save a lot of money in
Yeah,
the future.
and that's a big deal. You know, if you can calculate that out and see how much you're saving, I'm sure it's more than you're investing, you know. Even
Exactly.
If, yeah.
Yes.
All right, folks, I am here once again with Vicki Lewis and Chris Gibson of Green Driving Solutions, and you can find out more about them and what they do, and they're based in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And again, I'll just show this video real quick. This is called Fuel Saving Tips and Strategies. A lot of good information for any driver out there. So you might want to check that out. It's available on the website. And I am your host, Susan Shann, for the show Earth Revolution. We thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Until then, guys, thanks for being on.
Thanks,
Thank
Susan.
you.
All
It's
right.
a pleasure.
Have a good night. And peace, love, and recycling. We'll see you again.